It's been a minute, family, but we back in full effect, man. So look it, we have right here the first day of the Diddy trials. Now, I don't know why they're keeping this so like under the surface, because like even like the Amber Rose and Johnny Depp, like they had the cameras filming everything. They need to be doing the same exact thing for Diddy. I don't know why they're not, but we have word of mouth right here. A lot of news outlets are covering everything that's going on within the courtroom itself. And they have been saying that there's been a very, very shocking testimony given within the courtroom. Now, multiple people have given their testimony, but one specifically has been very shocking. I don't know if it was Cassie Ventura's, because I know she went over there on the stand and, you know, was giving a testimony against Diddy to possibly give him the most time he could possibly get. Because we already saw the video of what he did to Cassie Ventura. And, you know, justice is going to be served eventually. So without further ado, let's get into this video here. We're going to watch it by ABC News. You know, it's mainstream news right here. So let's see what's going on.
It's day one of the celebrity trial gripping much of the nation. Sean Diddy Combs, once one of entertainment's most powerful moguls, accused of crimes so heinous, he faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars. He's denied all charges. And just a warning, this story contains accounts, descriptions, and visual content of actual or alleged events that some may find.
Mom, how are you feeling today, Mom? How is your son?
That's Diddy's mom.
Can't talk about the case at all.
All eyes are on this New York City courthouse as the federal trial for disgraced mogul Sean Diddy Combs begins.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs goes on trial today.
Combs is inside the courtroom along with those prospective jurors.
He faces multiple charges, including racketeering and trafficking.
The musician, famous for hits like Bad Boy for Life and Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. Racketeering conspiracy. The 55-year-old has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Today was a monumental day when we're talking about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. At one point, he also had the actual key to New York City. So to see him today facing trial on federal criminal charges is completely a downfall of who Puff Daddy, who Sean Combs was.
Prosecutors allege he used his power to force into prolonged drug-fueled orgies he called freak-offs, and then threatened them into silence.
The freak-offs, according to prosecutors, were these marathons. Some of them lasted days, and they were fueled by ecstasy or other party drugs. And women were not allowed.
I have never heard such a thing. A sex marathon? A marathon is long as itself, but damn, bruh. That's why in the video with Cassie, he was running out only just in a towel. You know what I'm saying? Because Cassie had enough of the freak-offs. She wanted it out. Diddy said, hell nah, come back over here, start throwing vases at her and all that, bro.
To leave.
Highly anticipated at the trial, the testimony of Cassandra Ventura, the singer better known as Cassie, who was at the center of this now infamous video. The scene appears to show Combs chasing her down a hotel.
Straight out, fresh out the freak off with the baby oil on his calves. You see the shine on his calves, though. I'm not bugging out. Just take a good look at his calves. You see how it's shining? Straight up baby oil.
A hallway in 2016. The first evidence shown to jurors today. Videos and photos from that encounter.
Everyone was leaning in and focusing and watching this video. Literally, you can hear a pin drop in that courtroom.
A security guard who came onto the scene in the aftermath of that attack testified that Diddy had a devilish stare and Cassie had a purple eye. Another witness alleging he was paid to have sex with Cassie while Diddy watched and told to urinate on Cassie.
You heard so much about doing the prosecution's opening, the defense opening. You heard about oral, you heard about missionary, you heard about baby oil being put on people's body. You heard so much. This is not a case for the prude.
Cassie and Diddy were in a romantic relationship for almost a decade, releasing hits like Me and You.
I did not know it was Cassie.
Her graphic and 2023 civil lawsuit against Diddy changed everything, helping spur the federal criminal investigation into the mogul. Diddy has denied these allegations and settled that suit without admission of wrongdoing.
Mom, how are you feeling?
Diddy's mother and children arriving to court this morning to support him, along with Combs' spokesperson.
Obviously, this is like a horrific time for the family, so they're just trying to hold steady in their faith and make sure that they take care of each other.
And how is Mr. Combs feeling?
Upbeat. I think, obviously this is a huge deal, and so he's just ready to have his side told in open court.
Inside the courtroom today, Diddy smiling and blowing kisses to his family.
He's very observant as to what's going on in the courtroom, and he's taken part in his defense.
Both sides delivered their opening statements, making their case. The all-female prosecution team saying that Combs used a trusted inner circle to commit crime after crime, including kidnapping, arson, and sex crimes. Prosecutor Emily Johnson saying, "This is Sean Combs. To the public, he was Puff Daddy, or Diddy, a cultural icon, a businessman larger than life. But there was another side to him, a side that ran a criminal enterprise."
The prosecution is alleging that it was his inner circle that enabled him to be able to engage in these acts, but also hide these acts from the public and for it to go on for so long.
At least,
you know what this reminds me of? I started watching this Netflix series called You. It's actually very entertaining. I don't know how many of you have watched it. Comment down below if you have. But essentially, it's this guy that he's a serial killer, but he feels as if he's able to kill people and get away with it if it's for the right reason. And a lot of the times sometimes he has to kill someone, and then to cover up that murder, he has to kill another person. So I feel like that's the same thing that Diddy also does too. Because he has so many people, so many connections with the feds, the police, that he's able to get away with a lot of heinous crimes, even murder, bro.
The alleged victims of Diddy are expected to testify, including Cassie, and a woman prosecutors are referring to as Jane. During opening arguments, prosecutors alleged that Diddy the women to participate in so-called free and instructed Cassie and Jane how to look, to dress in lingerie, wear tall platform high heels, and have manicured white nails. Diddy's defense arguing the relationships were consensual and not coerced, saying the rapper lived a swingers lifestyle.
The defense wants to say that these women are all adults. They're all consenting and willing participants in these freak-offs.
Defense attorney Tenny Garrigo saying in her opening statement, that may not be what you like to do in your bedroom, but you're not here to judge him for his sexual preferences. She later added, being a willing participant in your own sex life is not. Garrigo saying, domestic is not sex trafficking. Had he been charged with violence, we would not be here right now.
The defense said that Sean Combs may be a lot of things. He may have committed crimes, but those aren't the crimes the defense said that he's charged with. So in effect, the argument is he's a criminal, just not the kind of criminal they say he is.
The first testimony in the trial taking jurors to Los Angeles, March 2016.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. From this video, the way the ABC News is portraying this video, it looks like Diddy may have a chance of getting out. No exaggeration. Let's take a quick look at the comments really quick. What are people saying? I wish this was an open court. Like Amber and Depp. Why would he have his teenage daughters listen to this? You're not a consenting adult after you've been drugged. That's very, very true. Hold on, let me make it small so everyone can see. All the celebrities that I knew about it and stayed quiet need to be jailed also. Just waiting for Netflix to release a documentary. This is a story that underage children should not hear about. Diddy hates women on a different level. It's looking like he has a possibility of getting away.
In the hotel where that surveillance video was taken. The first witness, an LAPD officer who worked security at the hotel, he says he responded to a call for a woman in distress on the 6th floor.
When he got to the floor, he noticed that there was glass on the floor, that the vase and the flowers were broken.
The security guard described going back to Diddy's hotel room and standing in the doorway while Ventura grabbed her things. Inside, another man sitting at the corner of the bed.
So from the very start, the first witness brings the jury into that hallway where he said Sean Combs looked at him with a devilish stare and Cassie Ventura had a purple eye.
Sean Combs tried to offer him money, to give him money to make this go away, and he said he wouldn't accept the money.
The second witness to take the stand, Daniel Phillip, a man who said he was paid to have with Cassie on multiple occasions at several high-end New York City hotels while Diddy watched. The witness said he was paid between $700 and $6,000 each time.
So Mr. Phillip agreed to go to the Gramercy Hotel to do a performance for a bachelorette party. At least that's what he thought. But when he got to the hotel,
that's another thing in question. Like, was Cassie actually consenting towards at least this? Like, having a random dude, you know what I'm saying, crack her open, bruh.
The room that Cassie opened up the door, he did not know that was Cassie, and that she told him, well, it's my birthday and my husband wants to do something special, so can you give me a massage with this body oil, and then we can just take it from there and see where it leads.
Diddy allegedly in the corner masturbating, wearing a bandana over his face. During these meetups, he says Diddy would often give directions, and at times...
Kind of nasty ass, freaky ass shit is that? Bandana over the face. Oh man, this dude is different.
Tell him to step off and back up because he was going to get some.
Sean Combs' children, his mother, came to court to support him, but when the testimony became...
We gotta remember, Diddy swings all types of ways. Like, he's actually fluid. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why he would even hire a dude to watch him smash his girl. Like, that's just gay. Like, straight up. And then to get off to it is wild.
Graphic. His daughters stood up and walked out. When they came back in at one point, the testimony got more graphic about urination. That was too much. They turned and walked out again.
Phillip also described witnessing Diddy drag and hit Cassie. When asked by prosecutors why he didn't intervene, he testified, "My thoughts was that this was someone with unlimited power, and chances that even if I did go to the police, that I might still end up losing my life." Cassie, who's now 8 months pregnant, is expected to take the stand tomorrow.
Cassie's the case. Cassie Ventura, who has not spoken about this publicly except in a civil lawsuit, is taking the witness stand as a star witness.
Her husband and father of her children spotted at court today. If convicted, Combs could face life in prison.
Family, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he's gonna end up facing life in prison? They did say she was gonna end up doing it today, and this video is a day old. If I'm not, well, this video is 12 hours old. So Cassie's actually probably like giving her test like on the stand right now as we speak. So I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated with that to hear exactly what she has to say, because I already know a lot of people are going to at least quote it if there aren't any videos. All right. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video right here. Comment below what you guys think is going to end up happening to Diddy, because the way that we're portraying this, they were portraying as if there wasn't, you know, too much evidence, or like he wasn't the criminal that people are portraying him to be. You get what I'm saying? And now they were talking about if it was domestic violence, then yeah. But that's not what he's getting charged for. It's more so for sex trafficking. And they're saying that everyone that was involved, it was consensual. But the video obviously says different. So comment down below what you guys think. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.